Hello Leo, I am Jen with Timeline Tarot, and I'm here to give you your What's the Tea Tarot reading for the week of April 28th, 2024. In this reading, I will be drawing 3 cards from the What's the Tea Oracle deck. I will clarify each of those cards with 2 tarot cards, and then use the remainder of the deck in order to clarify that message further for you. Please remember, this is a general collective reading. That means it's quite possible that not every message today will resonate with you, as I am reading for literally hundreds of thousands of Leos throughout the world. So please take what resonates, and if it doesn't fit, please don't force it. If it's not your message, it just means that it's for someone else. My hope, though, is that we can hop on your timeline and give you some insight for the week ahead. So with all that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Leo Collective for the week of April 28th. 2024. What do they not see coming? What do they need to prepare for? And what do they need to know about? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, Leo, we have threatening, intimidated, threatened, or bothered. Next card out, carless. This could also be a financial issue with like an appliance, a vehicle, or definitely some monetary issues regarding that. The third thing we have here is someone fishing for comments or compliments. Now, at the bottom of the tarot deck, I always say this is what you don't see coming, but the bottom of the What's the Tea Oracle deck, I tend to believe that these are issues that you will be contending with this week, but to a lesser degree than the 3 cards that came out. We have an offer. You're either receiving or giving an offer to someone. Groupie, this could have something to do with a community group, an organization you are part of, or perhaps you're going to a concert or someone is a fan of yours. And then we have talking crap. So you may be dealing with some gossip this week behind your back, or maybe even engaging in gossip about someone else. Let's see what tarot has. Please clarify threatening for the Leo Collective for the week of April 28th, 2024. And we're going to do one more really good shuffle here for you, please, and thank you. Threatening is clarified by the Hermit in the reverse and the Death card in the reverse. Why carless here for the Leo Collective? Why is carless here for the week of April 28th, 2024? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Carless is clarified by the 8 of Swords in the reverse and the Tower in the upright. Fishing for comments or compliments for the Leo Collective for the week of April 28th, 2024. Why is, fishing for comments. I'm going to take that as a bonus card. It is the Queen of Wands in the upright, and she just kind of fell out with all of her exuberance right out of the deck. We'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Fishing for comments or compliments, clarified by the 4 of Pentacles in the upright and the Moon card in the upright. Overall energy, vibe, feel for you for the week. And this could pertain to anything in your professional, personal, or romantic life. We have a Queen of Cups, maybe a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, or it could be you resonating in this very loving, nurturing feeling this week. We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse. You could be feeling bored with a relationship, whether it's personal or romantic. And then we have the Chariot in the reverse. Again, for me, that's kind of saying you may have a vehicle or transportation issue this week, or some type of electronic or appliance that was working well for you this week may come to a stop this week, may break down on you. And then it's nice to see some creative new way to maybe restart or fix this issue. Let's begin to clarify. Threatening, intimidated, threatened, bothered. Could be you, could be another individual. We have the Hermit in the reverse here. Certainly could be a Virgo. Death card in the reverse could be Scorpio. Either way, the Hermit in the reverse is someone who has become very withdrawn. They're feeling lonely. This is not someone who's doing the introspection and the soul searching, required to use their intuition. It's just really someone kind of self-loathing and being withdrawn. Why is the Hermit here for Leo for this week? Please clarify the Hermit in reverse further. Please and thank you. Okay. Virgo in the reverse, clarified by 7 of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Lovers in the upright, and the 6 of Swords in the upright. Why is Death in the reverse here? Death in the reverse is someone who's resistant to change. It's someone who's unable to move on from a particular situation or relationship. Why is death in reverse here for Leo, and how does that pertain to threatening? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The death card in the reverse is clarified by the Empress in the reverse. Lots of major arcana cards here. Eight of Cups in the upright and the Eight of Wands in the upright. Bottom of the deck for this, we have the Star card to the High Priestess, to the Hierophant in reverse, and with that Tower and Moon card, the majority of your cards now, both in what's on the table and what you don't see coming, are all major arcana cards. You have a really big divine intervention of shakeups happening for you this week, possibly on one front or many fronts. This may be a very big week for some of you Leos out there, so I just kind of want you to brace and prepare. Let's see what the cards have for you. I'm going to make this as generic as I can because I know not everyone is in a love relationship, okay? There's an individual here, possibly could be you, or a Virgo, Scorpio, or just someone else. I'm just going to say you or someone else. There's an individual here who for quite some time has felt alone. Maybe they've been keeping to themselves, very withdrawn, not going out like they used to. If they are going out for work, maybe it's just work, home, and really no social life outside of that for whatever reason. This individual is making a choice this week to break out of that cycle. They want to get out more. We have them here being lonely, Hermit in reverse. And I always read cards, not just their meanings in the upfront or the reverse, but also the pattern in which they come out, right? The story in which they tell. And so I have an individual here who's been very withdrawn and keeping themselves. Seven of Swords in reverse, breaking free. Lovers. Lovers is the original choice card in tarot. So whether it's you or someone else, making the decision this week to break free from really being in a state of isolation and instead wanting to move on into calmer waters. This individual this is a secondary individual. Okay. I'm going to call this person A. Person A has been keeping to themselves and is making the choice to get out more and do more things, possibly travel, but they just kind of don't want to be stuck in the house anymore, let's say by themselves, for an example. And so they're making the choice this week to get out. That is person A. Person B could be a Taurus or Libra. It doesn't have to be. The Empress, male or female. It's a general reading, so you can definitely take energies and genders and change them for how they resonate to your story, because I'm reading for so many of you. So it's very general. But this is Venusian energy. The Empress in the upright, male or female, is someone who is very abundant, very giving, very mature. Could be a matriarch or patriarch of the family. It doesn't have to be, but it's someone who's pretty settled in their life, very well-rounded individual. In the reverse, this is someone who's like blocking their emotions, or could be too dependent on other people, like emotionally, like toxic emotional codependency, or could be an individual who's too financially dependent on someone else. Whoever this person B is, this person, and it might be you actually. I'm going to read this the third way for those of you in a relationship. Whatever it is, this person is walking towards this state of being dependent on other people, and she no longer wants to be that way. This is a place they don't want to stay in, and they're quickly moving towards something better. Now, this person has resisted this change for quite some time. So whether this is you resonating as both person A, person B this week, very possible. Could be you and someone else making the decision of, hey, we've been stagnant and kind of sitting in this for too long, and we need to move forward either together. If this is like a love relationship, we're either moving forward together, or we're moving apart separately, but sitting here is no longer working for us. So again, there's definitely two people here. I mean, could very well just be you, but I don't believe so. I think there's two people here deciding this week whether or not they want to move forward into calmer waters together or separately. So that story A is just you. Story B is you and someone else. Story C, which is really coming in the loudest for me, is that you are making a choice this week to move on, to leave behind a relationship, whether it's professional, personal, or romantic. You've sat on this long enough. You feel lonely in the relationship. It's no longer rewarding to you like it once was, and you are making the choice to move and leave it behind. The person you are leaving behind does not want to be left behind. This person is feeling like threatened, not by you in a physical sense, afraid of being alone. This person has been codependent on you for quite some time. She is not an empress or emperor in the upright. They're in the reverse. So whether it's love, pleasure seeking, financial, whatever it is, this person is in lack of it. And maybe for self-confidence reasons doesn't feel that they can provide that for themselves. They are too dependent on you for that money, for that love, for those pleasures, etc., etc. And so that person is really resisting, fearing that you're going to walk away from them, and really resisting that change. And if that's your storyline, I see this person communicating with you a lot this week, almost pleading with you not to make the choice to leave them. This person can become so emotionally imbalanced that they might actually even threaten you in some way to stay. Now, remember, bottom of the deck, we saw child services. Was that your card? Oh, that was during the pre-shuffle. During the pre-shuffle, a child services card came out, and I just heard from Spirit. For some of you, this person may threaten, like, to keep the kids from you. Which, legally, regardless of where you live in the world, that's hardly ever happening these days. There usually tends to be equal visitation or something, or equal co-parenting of some sort with the child. But it's like this person stoops so low because they're so resistant to this change and unable to move on from it, that for some of you, they actually may be threatening to, like, keep the kids from you or something like that. So please just be very mindful of that. So 3 very strong storylines coming in for the collective on that row. Carless. Carless was clarified by, and then you had, like, the Hierophant in the reverse. So for some of you, this is a divorce that you may be initiating this week, or at least communicating with this person that you want. That was a bit depressing of a read. Let's move on to Carless. I'm sorry. Carless, because I can actually feel the weight of this person, for some of you, begging you to stay, and it's actually quite heartbreaking. But I don't think what this person realizes is that, cross-watcher, if you're watching, you can do all the things for yourself that Leo was doing for you, or vice versa. Could be Leo begging someone to stay. I don't think so, but it could be. But whoever this person is, it always reminds me, these types of readings always remind me of the Wizard of Oz at the end, when the good witch says to Dorothy, you had the power all along. We all do. We all have the power at any time to become the emperor or empress of our life. Sometimes it's the first step, which seems the hardest, is changing the mindset. So, maybe that's what this person needs, is some encouragement. But I see whoever this person is that's being rejected is going to have a very difficult time this week with that rejection. Moving on to Carless, we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is someone open to new perspectives, willing to release negative thoughts. Why is the 8 of Swords in the reverse here, and how does this pertain to Carless? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. 8 of Swords in the reverse, clarified by the 3 of Cups in the upright, to the 6 of Wands in the reverse, to the Knight of Swords in the upright. Why is the Tower here? Tower's disaster, upheaval, sudden change, or a sudden revelation, or an immediate change in circumstances. Why is the Tower here for the Leo collective? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Tower in the upright is clarified by the 2 of Swords in the reverse, the 3 of Wands in the reverse, and the 10 of Swords in the upright. bottom of the deck here, we have the magician. Magician. I'm a Gemini, so I'm the magician. So magician, to the Page of Cups in the reverse, to the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. But sneaking up behind that, we do have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright with the Nine of Cups, so in the upright. So it does look like a little down the line, whatever the situation this is, it ends up blossoming, ends up being a like a blessing in disguise, I want to say. Okay, I have a couple of storylines here again, so I'm gonna give you what I have. Some of you are, if you have been keeping to yourself or maybe stuck in some kind of negative cycle lately, like a negative thought process, some of you this week may decide to go to a party, a gathering, even if you're going by yourself out somewhere. You could be celebrating with coworkers, celebrating with friends, with family, but on your way to or from that celebration or event or whatever, you will be having some vehicle issues. At the onset, we saw the Chariot in the reverse, and we have the Carless card, and now we have the Victory card of mobility in reverse. So for some of you, on your way to or from this event or, you know, holiday event, I don't know what, well, I don't know what holidays are coming up this week, but it is Taurus season. Maybe you're going to a birthday party for a Taurus or an anniversary. There's some event that you're invited to go to, or you decide to go somewhere on your own, and you have some vehicle issues. Now, there is a Knight of Swords, a second fastest knight in the deck, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, just someone who you're going to communicate with this week, that you need travel assistance because you were stuck somewhere. You decided to go somewhere and you had this immediate automobile issue. So that's a strong story coming in for some of you. You're kind of in indecision what to do, who to call. You're unable to get to where you were traveling to. Three of Wands in the reverse. It looks like you're not really sure what to do. You're feeling a loss, maybe even like a financial loss over this this car issue this week. But the good news is you do end up communicating with an individual who does come through almost like a knight in shining armor, and is able to help you in some way. Now, for some of you, this person's just going to give you a ride home, help you get the car towed. For others of you, they'll take you to where you were going. For some of you, this person, I'm gonna clarify that, but I'm being told that for some of you, this person may actually offer you financial support to deal with the car issue. Others of you, you're actually having financial issues paying for a vehicle this week. I mean, we are starting the month of May. There are, you know, bills that are due. For some of you, you're having that issue as well, but I do see someone, or at least I'm being told, someone's coming in to help. Clarify the Knight of Swords, please. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The World in the upright. Very good luck. This person, yes, Two of Pentacles, gives you some money to help you balance out the issue. Okay. You may not want to accept this person's offer. You may feel a bit restricted, like maybe, you know, Hierophant in the reverse, like, oh, maybe I can't pay this person back. But this person is coming in, whether it is to give you a ride to where you're going, or they're going to give you some opportunity to balance your finances. This person does come in as, you know, as a good luck charm for you, comes through after you communicate with them to help you with this issue. Some of you are going to be a little challenged by this, not quite sure if you want to take the person up on their offer, and that decision, of course, is yours and yours alone to make. I can only tell you that there is an offer to come through to help you, either help you get the vehicle towed, help you get you to your location, maybe even help you pay for the repairs or buy another vehicle, like someone offering to like self-finance you so you don't have to get a loan. Maybe you just pay that person back individually. That's kind of the message that I'm getting there with some of you. With others of you, for others of you, I should say, where that storyline isn't resonating with you, then I see a celebration here. Could be a birthday party for a Cancerian, but we're a long ways off. I should say birthday party for a Taurus, or some birthday invite or party invite from a Cancerian here. This could even be an event within your community, and you've been really concerned about whether or not, you know, you should attend or you shouldn't attend. You may feel that these people are a bit stuck in their ego, and you might not, you know, you might not want to go. Now, I'm going to put these cards aside because they clarified the first reading, not this story that I'm giving you. For others of you, like I said, you're invited to go somewhere. You're not quite sure if you want to go. You feel, I hate to say that people are stuck up, but you kind of think that they might be stuck in their ego, and you end up saying it to them. Or you say it to someone and it goes back to them. Remember we had back here where I said you were going to get an offer to go somewhere with a group, and then there would be talking crap. People would be gossiping, or you might be engaging in gossip. That kind of looks like what this may be, where you were invited to go somewhere, and you feel that people are stuck in their ego, and you become very like opinionated for some reason, and you end up saying that either to the person or people or to someone else, and it gets back to them. And it causes a tower moment. It causes a tower moment because of information overload of what these people or person is receiving that you supposedly said about them. This person feels very like betrayed by you, can't believe that you would say such a thing about them, and they're not quite sure this week how to move forward in even talking to you again or rebuilding this situation at all with you. For others of you, you hear about people gossiping or talking crap about you, and it causes you a tower moment, and it leaves you feeling betrayed, and then you're very undecided on how to react to that person or to those people. It kind of really leaves you a bit, I don't want to say stuck in your head, but stuck in your feelings, not knowing this week how to move forward. So however all three of those resonate with you, please take them how they fit, and don't force them if they don't. Third column, fishing for comments or fishing for compliments. We had the Four of Pentacles in the upright, which talks about someone trying to maintain control or stability, trying to hold on to security or possession. Could be someone, this is the Miser card of tarot, so whether they're holding in their feelings, holding in their thoughts, holding back their money, it's definitely a person holding on to something. Could even be holding on to a grudge. So please clarify that Four of Pentacles in the upright. How does that pertain to fishing for comments or fishing for compliments? We'll get one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Four of Pentacles in the upright is clarified by the Seven of Cups in the upright, to the Nine of Swords in the reverse, to the King of Wands. Now we have a pair here. We have a King and Queen of Wands, Leo. This may be you and your counterpart. We'll see where this goes, where this reading goes. Then we have the Moon card. The Moon talks about illusion, fear, secrets, things that are kept in the dark. It could also talk about someone feeling insecure or trying to tap into their intuition and being a bit confused on how to do that. Why is the Moon here, and how does that pertain to fishing for comments for Leo this week? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Moon in the upright is clarified by Three of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the upright, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Bottom of the deck for this row, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, to the King of Pentacles in the reverse, to the Emperor in the upright. There's a lot of people here. And then we have a Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, this is work related. For others of you, this is this is a lot of different storylines here. For some of you, you're going to have to apply this, whether this is your professional, personal, or romantic relationship. It's going to be different for each of you because there's so many of you out there. However, there's an individual this week, King of Wands or a Queen of Wands. You're one and your counterpart is the other, okay? And by counterpart, I mean your love counterpart. If you don't have a love counterpart, This could just be like your best friend or someone who's constantly in your energy, meets your energy, and is aligned with you in some way. This person is really stuck all night kind of thinking about all of their options, their choices, maybe living in I don't want to say fantasy land. That sounds so cruel. Wishful thinking. This King of Wands is thinking all night, can't let go of thinking all night about options and choices and fantasy and what could be, and wishful thinking. You are either thinking of this regarding a Queen of Wands, or there's a Queen of Wands thinking this of you. Either way, we have that there's heartbreak here in this relationship, but it's old heartbreak. And by that, I mean you or your counterpart have been healing to some effect, to some degree from this. Although there's some anxiety over it, there may be some fear over what comes next. I do see the two of you either individually or together, collectively, trying to have some optimism towards the future, forgiving yourselves, and forgiving even one another. One of you, if not both of you, feels that the other fulfills all of their wishes, is their happiness. One of you feels that way. The other one feels that they have possibly over-invested in a relationship. Yeah. One of you looks at the other like you're everything I ever wanted, and the other one is looking at the other like maybe I overinvested, or I spent too much time in this relationship, and maybe it's not going to work out like I wanted it to. I have an individual here who's holding on to, I'm going to say person A holding on to person B, and person B wondering, is there better out there? Whoever is holding on with this white knuckle death grip is fishing for some comments or compliments this week to see if their feelings of forgiveness, their feelings of wanting to move on, their feelings of reconciliation will be reciprocated by the other. And like I said, one person here thinks the other one is their entire world, and the other person just feels like, maybe I just spent a little too much time and a little too much money, a little too much love on a relationship that's going nowhere. For others of you where this is a work situation, very similar situation, where you as the King or Queen of Wands could be consulting with your spouse possibly, or your significant other, about whether or not you want to leave this job that you've held on to for a very long time. It may be, the only industry you've ever worked in, or a company that you've been in for a very long time. There may have been some issues here, changes in the company, things you feel that were being kept from you, promotions or raises that you were denied. It left you feeling very heartbroken or sorrowful, with some grief, maybe a feeling of rejection, and now you want to look at your options and see, could your wishes in employment be fulfilled elsewhere. You could also feel that this job is not paying you nearly what you are worth or what you deserve for the commitment and skills that you give them, that you possess. For others of you, this is a family situation, because I have a lot of people here. I have a Queen of Wands, a King of Wands, a Queen of Swords in reverse, a King of Pentacles in the reverse, and a Emperor, and then I have a Knight of Pentacles. And then here I have teamwork with the Three of Pentacles card. So yeah, for some of you, it's romantic. Do I want to work on this relationship? One person does, one person doesn't. For others of you, it's a work environment where you're starting to look at other options because you feel betrayed, crossed over, or rejected at the place of employment. You don't feel they're paying you what you're worth, and you're not quite sure you want to continue working with these people or at this place. For others of you, this is a family dynamic here, where you, with your significant other, or maybe you and a sibling, find yourselves arguing with like maybe your parents. There could be a grandparent involved here. Maybe even if you have children, a teenager. This seems to be a clash of personalities here. I have two very visionary, vibrant people who, I almost want to say, go to war to win. Like when they put their mind to something, they can be very successful at it, particularly when they're working together at a team. It's almost like sky's the limit. They can really put their heads together all night long if they have to, holding on to whatever vision they have for themselves or their family or their life path, and working together as a team. Maybe to move their life forward, maybe to move somewhere else, right? But this is being faced with some combativeness by other family members. I have a Queen of Swords in reverse, possibly Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who is being overly emotional, verbally abusive. This is the female equivalent of the Knight of Wands, the feminine equivalent. This is, you know, my other gaslighter card. So someone trying to gaslight the situation, make you think it's really not what you think it is. Then you have a King of Pentacles here. This is someone who's trying to be authoritative and domineering, like trying to gain control in a very like out of control way, maybe even threatening to withhold money. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse. Like not maybe originally saying, yeah, look at all of these options and choices for where you want to live or where you want to have your wedding or, you know, whatever. And then you finally tell them what your wish fulfillment is, what the two of you have decided on. And they tell you no, they don't agree with the choice. And so they're not financially helping you. So I see that as well transpiring here for some of you this week, where you have the, you know, I don't want to say older, but you have these people that maybe you were counting or banking on to get some financial support from, and they decide to withdraw from you because they don't agree with your decision. The good news is, what you don't see coming is another elder in the family or a family friend coming in as an authority figure to kind of take control of this very out of control kind of family infighting dynamic situation, and does offer you money, a smaller amount than what you needed. You know, you needed maybe 10 of Pentacles, or half would be 5. There's 3 here on the card. This person can offer you 1, but it is an offer nonetheless. But yeah, if this is the family dynamic, this is huge. This is, you know, like I said, maybe parents or something like that that offered to help you and a sibling, or you and a significant other. You went out and looked at everything you wanted. You really were up all night thinking about it. You make the decision, and it does not conform to what these people want. And so now they don't want to help you with it. So you're going to have to take all of that, how it resonates. The fourth storyline that is coming in very strongly is that you have decided to leave. You and your Queen or King of Wands were each with other people, and have decided, not this week, but some time ago, to leave your respective persons so the two of you can come together. The two of you have held on to one another for quite some time. Could have been a third-party situation because we have 3 of Swords here, although it's in the reverse. And the two of you may be like up all night thinking about how are you going to come out to your family and friends, because you've been living under this illusion that you're really not a couple. Meanwhile, both of you have broken hearts because you had to leave other people in order to come together, because you saw one another as your wish fulfillment. one, if not both of you, incurred some type of financial setback in your divorces or separation, or you anticipate you will, in order for the two of you to come together, but you're going to come together nonetheless. And you have the exes here, pretty peed off that the two of you are out and about, maybe posting online you're together, you know, fishing for compliments and compliments from people online. And these two are kind of watching, feeling very betrayed by the matter. Some of you could still have to go to court in front of this emperor to work on some kind of settlement, and meanwhile you're already flaunting that you're with this other person, and you have an ex or exes that are very jealous this week about it. So many storylines here, lots of different things happening for you this week, Leo. Hopefully only one of these columns or storylines resonates for you, but if any of them hits close to home, either now or later in the week, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment below. I love interacting with all of you. I wish you a lot of luck regardless of what storyline here you're working with this week. And until I read for you again, Leo, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.